Hey, what's up guys? Before I start this video, I do want to give a shout out to a fellow YouTuber who was also part of the Secret Satan with myself and Master Chaos and others. And he was the guy that I drew. I had to give him a present. So if you guys want to go check out his channel, I recommend you go check him out. His name is Art with Horror, and I will link his channel down below. I checked him out. I think he has a really good channel, and he's definitely worthy of a subscription. So go check him out. Tell him Toddy Walnuts sent you, and make a new friend. So that is Art with Horror. I will leave the link down below. Enjoy the video, guys. Hey, what's up YouTubers, and welcome back to another Toddy Walnuts update video. I recently took advantage of a Criterion flash sale. Last week they had it was one day only 50% off from the Criterion website. So I picked up a couple titles. I got a couple of animated shows. I got a stack of stuff that a friend sent to me, and I got a couple of posters from another fellow YouTuber and friend of mine. And I'm here with the ladies again tonight. I'm just going to pull from a pile. I'll start with the Criterion titles that I picked up, and this was the newest release from Criterion. This is called The Gunfighter, directed by Henry King, starring Gregory Peck, from 1950. And this is spine number 1053. Don't really know much about this film, but it does have a 4K digital restoration. It is 84 minutes, black and white. And I do love westerns, so I'm looking forward to checking this one out. The next one is an upgrade. I do have the DVD of this one. I've wanted to upgrade to Blu-ray for a while. This one's called Haxan from 1922. This is the Blu-ray edition of it, spine number 134. It's also called Witchcraft Through the Ages, I believe. And you do get a 2K digital restoration of this film. It is 105 minutes, black and white. It's a silent film. It's a Swedish picture. It does have English subtitles, and if you listen to the tagline here at the top, or the beginning of the synopsis, it says grave robbing, torture, possessed nuns, and a satanic Sabbath. I want to check that out. So I have seen this before already on DVD, but I'm looking forward to checking that out on a 2K scan on Blu-ray. I also picked up The War of the Worlds. This is one that I've wanted for a while too. This was a new release. It came out I think in the early summer, maybe just before summer of 2020. This is the 1953 picture. Spine number 1037, 85 minutes color. This is a 4K digital restoration. Some good classic sci-fi goodness. And this was a suggestion from a fellow YouTuber, Donato Giallo. He told me that, actually I saw in one of his videos, he was talking about the Grand Budapest Hotel, a Wes Anderson movie from 2014. And this is a comedy. And I popped this one in the other night and started to watch it, but I was really tired, so I didn't finish it. But comes in this cool little digipack style packaging. There's the disc. Comes with a poster, and it comes with a pretty decent sized booklet here. I think it's about 40 something odd pages. Some other stuff in here. There's all kinds of goodies in here. I'm not going to go through it all, but heard this was a really good story, good comedy. So, and I do enjoy Wes Anderson films, so I'm looking forward to checking that one out. I picked up Crawl. And this is a creature feature film with a killer crocodile. Picked this up on eBay used. So this is a Blu-ray DVD combo. The digital code was already used, but I didn't mind. I got this for a very cheap price. I think I only paid about $8 for this with the slipcover. So I'll take that all day long. And I heard this was pretty decent. So the digital code was in there, but the seller told me it was used. If you guys want to try it out, please feel free to do so. If it worked, comment down below and let me know. But there's the code. And like I said, the seller told me it was cashed in already. It was used. If it'll work for you, that's great. Good luck to you. I got the latest edition from Wild East. This is the Blu-ray that was just released. I just got this in today. I had it pre-ordered about a month ago. This is volume 65, called The Fighting Fist of Shanghai Joe. And I'll be honest with you, I know nothing about this film, but I do like to support Wild East, and I do like to collect all of their titles. It's a film from 1973, directed by Mario Kano, score by Bruno Nicolai, and stars Chen Li. And it has the villain Klaus Kinski. There you can see he's kind of sticking somebody up with a knife. So that is The Fighting Fist of Shanghai Joe. If anybody knows anything about this, let me know. Got a couple of animated titles, and this was one that I was missing in my Hanna-Barbera collection for a while. And this is still sealed, and this is the original kind of a digipack style packaging. This was it's out of print, and it was going for a lot of money for a long time. I mean, it was like in the $60, $70 range. I'm not sure why, but it has recently been put out on Blu-ray, and this is the digipack packaging that's out of print. I got this for about $20. So this is the 20 original episodes on 2 discs, Space Ghost and Dino Boy, the complete series. Glad to have this in the collection. And once I found out that it was released on Blu-ray, I picked it up, and this was put out by Warner Brothers Archive Collection, the complete series, again, just on Blu-ray now. And again, this was about only $20. So I think that's a steal. I was glad to pick that up, to have the out-of-print Hanna-Barbera for only $20. And then this will probably be my viewing copy now. I'll watch it on Blu-ray and keep that DVD sealed, keep it with my Hanna-Barbera collection. I also picked up a fan-made bootleg, I guess you can call it. It's never had an official DVD or Blu-ray release. This is called Song of the South. This is kind of a controversial film because people nowadays are very, very sensitive, and you got to be very careful. You have to sugarcoat and tiptoe around everybody these days, and they ruin a lot of fun for a lot of people. This is I used to have this on DVD. This is a very fun kids movie, but it's also fun for adults. Song of the South, there's a lot of really good classic music in here. Zippity Doodah is one of them. That's Uncle Remus, and a lot of people feel like he is portrayed poorly in this movie. And I'm not going to go any further into the details. But like I said, this is a fan-made bootleg. It's very good quality, though. It's there's a couple of different versions of this on eBay. If you look, one guy's selling this for like $40. The other guy's selling it for, I think, 15 to 20. And I was glad to pick this up for 15 to 20. I think it was about $20 I picked this up for. I also picked up a show that my brother and I used to watch on Sunday mornings. And maybe some of you guys remember this. It's kind of like claymation or stop motion. This is the complete collection of Davy and Goliath. It's the 50th anniversary edition, and this is the complete collection. It has all 72 episodes. I'm not sure if this has the... Okay, it does. There's a bonus Christmas special, and that's the one I really remember watching with my brother when we were kids. So it has every episode from this show. And I believe this was a show that was put out by the Lutheran Church. And this was from the... I believe this was from the 1960s and into the 70s. Yeah, it says right at the top up here. Classic stop-motion animation television series, Davey and Goliath, aired on broadcast television between 1960 and 1975. It was produced by Gumby creators Art Clokey and Ruth Clokey Goodell for the Lutheran Church. This timeless series is now available on DVD to a whole new generation of children. And I'm glad to pick this up. I got this for about... This was on Amazon for about, I think, 25 bucks for the whole series. It comes on these nice swing trays. So I was glad to add this to my animation collection. If any of you guys remember this show, comment down below. I'd be curious to hear how many of you remember that show. And I got a couple of Blu-rays from Scream Team releasing. I have 1031, which I only had on DVD previously. And this is from the creators of The Barn, Cryptids, Bone Jangles, The Doom's Chapel Horror, and Volumes of Blood. And this is a good little Halloween horror flick from the good people over at Scream Team Releasing. And then recently they released Part 2, which I have not seen yet. I'm looking forward to checking that out. So if anybody has seen either of these, let me know. So I will get into some of the things that a friend purchased for me. This is somebody who is not on YouTube. This is somebody I know in my personal life, and I'm not going to mention her name. And then I'm going to show you guys a couple of posters that a friend sent to me too, and sent me a nice little letter. I'm going to read that to you guys. But this next little stack of stuff is from a friend of mine, and this is a Halloween 1978 mini montage. I don't know if you guys can read that. It's number 340 out of 500, and it has a bunch of different film cells from the original John Carpenter's Halloween from 1978. And if you look on the back, it's not really picking up well, but this is a certificate of authenticity, and this is from a company in the UK called Film Cell. And it says it's guaranteed to guarantee this limited presentation as per plaque on the display to contain a genuine piece of original 35mm cinema film. And I'm not exactly sure which one is the original one. And I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see, because I'm recording with the phone with the flash, and it's just kind of feeding back some of the flash. So, but this is a pretty cool little piece. It has fake signatures on there. It looks real, but they're definitely fake signatures. But supposedly one of those film cells is an actual piece from the original 1978 film. She also ordered me an 8x10 signature from C.J. Graham, who played Jason Lives in Part 6, and he signed it 18 kills, C.J. Graham, Jason, Part 6. And that is a really, really cool photo. And it was from horrorautographs.com. On the other side of this card is a certificate of authenticity. It also has a little sticker logo on the top. But that is a really nice piece. I got to get a frame for that. And she picked me up an art print that was signed by Mark Spears right there. And this is called Jekyll Hyde. And to me, This is a really cool piece. It's pretty big. Compared to an 8x10, it's more than double the size. So it's a really nice piece. But who does that look like to you guys? You comment down below. Who does that look like to you? I don't want to say who I think it looks like because it'll give it away. But if you guess down below, and if it's who I'm thinking of, I'll comment to you. I'll acknowledge you. But that is a really cool piece. She also picked me up a figure from NECA, and I didn't even know this existed. The Devil's Backbone figure. It's a pretty big box. It's a little bit bigger than the NECA boxes usually are. And this is the Santee figure, #1. And if you look on the back, it'll show you some of the other figures you can get. There's Santee on the left. That's the figure that's in this box. There he is right there. You can also get Pale Man, Fawn, and Ophelia. And if you look inside, a very disturbing looking child, something you would see on like a Silent Hill game or something. Kind of that pale skin with like dark veins popping out. And he's next to an atomic bomb and some plants that look like they need watering. So very cool though. Glad to have that. And she got me a stack of movies. I think she picked these up on Amazon. And the first one is a Blu-ray and the rest are DVDs. And this is a comedy horror film called Idle Hands, starring a young Seth Green and a young Jessica Alba. And a lot of these are kind of low-budget B films, but I still love collecting DVDs. And most of these, if not all of these, I don't think I owned. So this is the widescreen edition of Bloody Mary on DVD. And if anybody has seen any of these, you please feel free to comment down below. You can tell this is kind of an early DVD release. It's a classic tale of gothic suspense called Blind Fear, starring Shelley Hack. Next one is called Conspiracy of Fear, starring Christopher Plummer. And this one's called Past the Door of Darkness. And here's kind of a little collector's edition, a 4-movie horror collection starring Boris Karloff and Bela Lugosi. You get The Black Cat, The Raven, The Invisible Ray, and Black Friday. I believe it is 4 movies on 2 DVDs. Movies from the 30s and 40s. That's pretty cool. I guess there was another Blu-ray. This is called Satan's Blade, the 30th anniversary, from Slasher Video. I don't think I've ever seen this, but it does look familiar. I do remember that cover. That monster in the back looks like a bell end. And she got me the Blu-ray of Dracula Complete Legacy Collection, which I only had this on DVD before. This is all 6 films from the original Legacy, 1931 to 1948. This is a nice little collector's piece. You get Dracula, 1931. Dracula's Daughter, 1936. Son of Dracula, 1943. House of Frankenstein, 1944. House of Dracula, 45. And Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein, 1948. Plus you do get some bonus features. And I bet that looks really good on Blu-ray. The black and white pictures really do look good on Blu-ray. This is the Blumhouse, I believe that's how you pronounce it, Productions 8-movie horror collection. And you get Get Out, Split, The Purge Anarchy, The Purge Election Year, Unfriended, Ouija, Origin of Evil, and The Visit. And they come in a fat pack. And there are all the covers. Some of these I have seen. I've seen all the Purge movies, and actually I think that's all I have seen in this pack. She also gave me a book that says, or that's called My Favorite Horror Movie, produced and edited by Christian Ackerman, and it's 48 essays by horror creators on the films that shaped them. And I'll just give you guys a little, kind of a little taste of who are some of the authors. There's a couple guys. Well, there's Jeffrey Reddick did A Nightmare on Elm Street, Texas Chainsaw Massacre by Felissa Rose, Halloween, Psycho, Gojira, Godzilla, Predator. So it's kind of just little short stories from directors who talk about their favorite movies, and I guess kind of how it influenced them to become directors themselves. I'm going to pause it for a minute and I'll be right back. So here's the last little stack of films, and these are all triple features. They were stuck together, or they were all wrapped together, so I just had to quickly unwrap them. But this triple feature has Croc, Sea Beast, and Shark Swarm. And this one has a slipcover. Some low-budget sci-fi creature feature films. And this one also has a slipcover. It has the Swamp Devil, Eye of the Beast, and Black Swarm. And these two do not have slips. You get Wervin, Sand Serpents, and Carney. And these all look really cool. These are kind of like drive-in style films. And the last one has Blood Monkey, Man Eater, and In the Spider's Web. So if you want to comment on any of those videos or any of those movies. So I'm going to pause it. We're going to get into the posters that my friend sent to me. We're going to read his letter and see what he sent. So this letter here is from my friend Chris, who goes by the name Vlad Dracula here on YouTube. We're also friends on Facebook. He's very talented. He has very nice handwriting and very artistic. Put me in a little casket there, walnuts with some spider webs on there. So it says, Happy Halloween, Todd. I hope you and your family are doing great despite the current state of the world. You have always been one of my favorite YouTubers. On one of your live streams, you mentioned that you didn't get the lithograph or poster exclusive from Shout, and he's talking about for the Friday the 13th box set collection, the Shout Factory website, and that you planned on picking them up at some point, which was true. I did say that. I have got to know you on a personal level, remotely, over the past couple years, and I feel like if anyone deserves them based on character and appreciation, it's definitely you. I appreciate that, Chris, very much. It means a lot to me. It says, I hope you enjoy them, and I can't wait to see them hanging on your wall. So stick around, Chris, if you're watching, because we're about to show you. They're on my wall right now. at the Walnuts compound in a future video. Enjoy, and happy Halloween to you and your family. Yours cruelly, Vlad Dracula, aka Chris. Very nice, Chris. I really appreciate that. So I did pick up a couple of frames, and this is the lithograph that Chris was talking about. I'm going to get a little closer so we can check that out. I know most of you guys probably picked this up already. I was a little bit bummed that I couldn't get this, but I mean, I really appreciate this, Chris. It means a lot to me, man. I'm going to get you back somehow. I don't want to get too close because I'm going to get that reflection from the flash, but hopefully you guys can see the beauty of that lithograph right there. And the dimensions of this poster are 36 inches across from side to side, and then 24 inches deep, because this is a landscape poster, so it's wide and not that, you know, it's not long from top to bottom. And he also sent the poster that came with it. It's 24 inches across from side to side and 36 inches deep on this one, and that is beautiful. So I went and got a couple of frames just for this because Chris told me he was sending me this. I really appreciate it. And just to kind of show you guys a couple of other posters that I recently framed. These are also 24 inches across by 36 inches deep. I got Suspiria, and I got Creepshow. But those are the pride and joy of my wall. That's really a thing of beauty. So thank you very much, Chris, for that. I will leave Chris's link down below. He doesn't make videos yet, but hopefully at some point he will. He's one of the best collectors I know. He does have a great collection because we keep in touch on Facebook through Messenger. We talk about movies all the time. He shows me movies that he picks up. He just doesn't make videos yet. So I would never, you know, try to force somebody to make videos, but I would always try to encourage people to make videos. I think it's a fun hobby. And once you get started making videos, it's very addicting. It's a good outlet. You know, it's for the most part, the community is very positive. There's a lot of good people. You will run across negative comments sometimes. You might get a couple thumbs down, but for the most part, it's a very solid community, and I would definitely recommend it. So thank you guys for watching. If you have any comments or questions, please feel free to comment below. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. If you are new to the channel, consider subscribing. If you are a new subscriber, welcome. Glad to have you here. So for Miss Hanna and Miss Heidi, I am Toddy Walnuts, and I will catch you guys next time, and thank you very much for watching. Take care.